Hi and welcome. I'm Doug McBee. I teach at Yoga Community Pilates for Yogis Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 o'clock. Studio is closed for now, so we're doing some videos. I'm going to present you with about a 30-minute, very basic mat Pilates class, and it's called Pilates for Yogis, but it's actually Pilates for everyone. So I'm going to start with 3 roll downs here. This is just to articulate the spine, get the spine warmed up. We're going to stand with parallel legs and relax the shoulders and slightly draw the belly in. Take an inhale here and then exhale. Drop the chin and start rounding the spine from the upper and finish off with the lower. In the meantime, bend your knees. Take an inhale here at the bottom and a nice easy forward bend. Exhale, rolling back up, stacking the spine, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And the vertebrae stack one on top of the other. Head comes up last inhale. We have 2 more to go. Nice, easy, long, relaxed exhale. Pausing to inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Inhaling. Last one, exhale. Let the arms dangle and relax. Take your inhale at the bottom. And as you exhale, roll up, push your feet into the floor. And inhale at the top. We're going to go on to side bending. I like to side bend by clasping my fingers, holding the hands above my head with the palms facing up and allowing the shoulder blades to relax down. On the inhale, we'll all side bend to the right. And exhale back to center. And inhale the other way. And exhale to center. One more time each way. Lengthening both sides of the torso. And keeping the legs and the feet planted firmly on the mat. Going into a twist, arms go straight out to the side. I'm going to turn the palms of my hands up, settle the shoulders down, and I'm going to avoid swinging the arms here. I exhale, twist to the right. And inhale back to center. I'll exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to center. This time adding a pulse. Twist, pulse, pulse, back to center. Twist, pulse, pulse, back to center. And lowering the arms. I love to do balance every single class. I think we need to keep our balance skills intact because as we get older, we don't want to go falling down and breaking our hip. I'm standing on the floor because I'm on a soft, thick mat here. You can stand on your yoga mat if you like. Establish the balance on the right leg, the right foot. Take the left leg straight out to the front. Straighten the leg. Keep it soft and slightly point the foot. We'll pulse the leg up and down several times. We pause. The leg moves left to right now. The arms can go anywhere you want. I'm going to hold mine out. Good. And bringing the leg to stillness, bringing the knee up now. This is little knee circles. We're going to take the knee out to the left, across midline, and again. And not forgetting to breathe. And other direction. Once more. And so far, so good. Nobody fell down. Changing legs. Arms wherever you want. Straight leg out. Little pulses up and down without moving the pelvis or the lower spine. Pausing. Little pulses left to right. Pausing. Bending the knee. Lifting it a little higher. Knee circles out to the side, all the way around, and again. Stopping here, going the other way. Once more. Pausing and coming down. Success. Let's stand on our mats. We'll face either direction you want to face. Walk toward the front of your mat. We're going to do 1 roll down to get down to the mat. So again, standing tall, inhaling, finding the slinky spine, exhaling, rolling down, bending the knees. And bringing the hands all the way to the floor. and coming down to all fours. And keeping the abdominals somewhat firm. You can swing your legs around, come to sitting if you like, or if your knees are okay with it, widen the knees to the width of the mat, cross the ankles over each other, and just glide your hands back until you're sitting cross-legged. Then take the legs out to the front. I'm going to scooch forward on the mat. I'm going to move my little speaker box here. So we're going to do some half roll downs to warm up our center. We'll take the arms forward. We'll sit tall and straight. Now, when I say co-contract, it means lightly pull the abdominals in, narrow the waistline, lengthen the spine, firm up all the muscles in the center of your body. We'll take an inhale, knees are slightly bent. We'll exhale and roll back about halfway. This should be doable for everybody. Inhale, exhale, roll up. Inhale. The heels stay on the floor as you roll back a little furher, testing your middle. Pause, inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Inhaling. Going all the way down to the mat. Now exhale. Lay the spine down one vertebra at a time. As the head starts to come down, inhale, arms up and overhead. We'll circle the arms around. This is our home position now. Knees are bent, feet on the floor, legs are parallel and hip joint width apart. Arms relax along the body. We get into a long, straight spine. We narrow the waistline. We're going to look for a slinky spine here as we go into our first pelvic curl, rolling up to a shoulder bridge. We inhale first. Exhale, tuck the pelvis. Sacrum lifts. The spine peels up. We pause and inhale at the top. We exhale, lower the spine one vertebra at a time. And we inhale. We'll do it again. We exhale. Now, when we lift up, we want to be in a long, straight line. This is not a yoga bridge. The rib cage is soft and relaxed and not working. We want to keep from overarching the low back. We want to open up the hip creases so that they see light. We inhale at the top, and we exhale, slowly roll down. From here, we're going into a spine twist. We'll bring the legs to tabletop, one leg at a time. We squeeze the knees and the feet together. If you have a yoga block, you can put the block between your knees. It gives you something to squeeze onto. Arms go out to the side, palms up. We try to press the low and the mid back into the mat. And as we inhale, we twist the spine. We pivot the hips to the right. We keep the opposite shoulder down. We exhale, legs back to center. And we inhale, pivot the other way. And exhale to center. It's not about getting a big twist. It's not about trying to touch the knees to the floor. You want to keep the opposite shoulder down and just go to your comfortable limit. Exhale to center. One more time to the left. And exhale to center. When we lower our legs to tabletop, we like to do it one at a time. Now, I'm going to bring my knees and feet together again in the home position. Hands will go behind the head. I like to inchworm my spine around, get a little bit longer along the mat, preparing for the chest lift. Now, the hands are not going to push the head up. The hands are a very slinky hammock for the head. The abdominals right here will be doing the work. We inhale first. We exhale, lift. And we look straight ahead, not up. Pause and inhale. Exhale, slowly lower. And when we come down, we hover just above the mat, not losing any of the work. Again, exhale up. Pause and inhale. Exhale, lower. And inhale. One more here, and I'll add on. Good. Now we add the rotation. We lift up again. Pause and inhale. As we exhale, we rotate the rib cage to the left. The arms and the head follow along for the right. We inhale back to center. We're still lifted. Exhale, rotate to the other way. And inhale to center. And exhale, rotating to the left. Inhaling to center. And exhale, rotating to the right. And inhaling to center. Only when we get back to the center do we allow ourselves to come down. Arms alongside the body. Going into single leg circles, we'll take our left leg long along the floor, pointing the left foot. We'll take our right leg straight up to the ceiling. Ideally, you have a nice straight leg. Not everybody has flexible hamstrings. If that's you, you can have the leg a little lower, or you can bend the knee a little bit. I'm going to do my best to scissor the legs open. As I circle the single leg, the movement comes from the hip joint. I try not to allow any movement in the pelvis. Co-contract and firm up the belly. We'll take an exhale, circle the leg to the inside, and we pause at the top. And again, and pause, and again, and pause, going the other direction. And pause, trying to hold the hips as still as possible and the body. And pause. Find a graceful way to lower the right leg back to the floor, and we'll switch legs. Left leg up, both feet are pointed. Here's where your focus is. Circling to the inside, and pause. And if your body is moving around, make a smaller circle, and pause, and one more. And pause, going the other direction. And pause. And pause, last one. And pause, bending the knee, gliding the leg down. Going on to another bridging exercise. We'll come to our home position. This time we're going to have our knees and our feet hip joint width apart. We inhale first. We exhale, really scoop and flatten the belly as the sacrum lifts first. I like to think of the pubic bone leading the way up into the bridge. We're going to find that long straight line. The neck and shoulders and arms are relaxed here. Moving from the hip joints only. On the exhale, right knee lifts. It stays bent. Inhale, lower the right foot. Exhale, left knee bends, lifts. Inhale, lower. Movement in the hip joint only. It's a little like marching, one leg at a time. One more each side. Doing the best to keep the hips nice and level, not dropping one hip bone. And lower. We'll take our last inhale. And exhale, as you lower, think of lowering a wet noodle to the table. It comes down one little step at a time. Beautiful. Hands in behind the head now. Getting ready for crisscross. We're going to be working a little harder. Lengthen out the spine. Lift into chest lift position. Again, we'll bring the legs to tabletop position. There's a little space between the legs. I like to get my upper body lifted a little higher here. We should try to keep the bottoms of the shoulder blades just off the mat. We extend the left leg, bring the right knee in a little closer. We twist to the right, and then we switch. We twist to the left as we kick the legs out. Lots of things going on here. You want to straighten the leg all the way. You want to twist with the rib cage. It's not about swinging the elbows. We'll do one more each side, and we'll stop. Going right into hamstring pull, right leg out long, left leg up. We're scissoring the legs open as best as we can. We'll lift the upper body a little higher. You may keep your hands behind your head. If you get neck tension, this will support your head. Otherwise, fingertips lightly along the leg. Look forward. Pulse the left leg twice and switch. You can bring your heel all the way down to the floor, or you can float the heel instead of dropping the leg to the floor. Upper body stays lifted, upper body is still. Finish with the right leg out and go right into double leg stretch. Now, in this tabletop position, the knees are a little closer to the forehead. We're really lifted, the belly hollowed out. One hand behind the head if necessary. We inhale, arms and legs out in a long straight line. We exhale, the arms circle around as the knees come back in. We have 3 more. We inhale out and exhale and inhale out and exhale, and 1 more to go. Great. We always dismount 1 leg at a time and come down. Another bridging exercise, home position. Inhale first. Exhale, tuck the pelvis. Sacrum comes up first. Peel it up. Find that long straight line. Be sure your pelvis is level, not twisted. We'll bring the right leg straight up to the ceiling. We'll flex the foot. See if you can bring the leg in a little closer. On the exhale, point the foot lower and tap the heel without dropping the right hip bone. Inhale back up. 3 more. And last one. There's a fabulous hamstring stretch going on right here, and then we'll replace the foot. Other side, left leg up, flex, pull it in a little closer, point the foot, exhale down, flex, inhale up, again. Trying to hold my pelvis as still as possible. One more. Bend the knee, foot to the floor. We're still in our bridge. Go over your checklist. Long, straight line. Relaxed shoulders, relaxed arms. We'll inhale. We exhale, come down 1 vertebra at a time. I'm going to take a little break here. Pull the knees into the chest. Lift up the head if your neck is okay with it. Just roll a few times. And we'll come up to sitting. We'll go right into rolling like a ball. Make sure you have some runway behind you. Grab onto the legs, the shins actually. Bring the knees kind of close together, the feet very close together. Take your time to round the spine, hollow out the belly, shoulder blades down as best as possible, and the feet float off the mat. So we want to stay in a tight little ball here. We inhale, roll back, and exhale, roll up. Inhale, roll back, and exhale, roll up. We try not to touch the mat with the feet. We try not to touch the head to the mat. We go as slow as possible. And holding in balance point a little bit longer, and then coming out. We're going right into a spine twist. Now, this is going to be similar to what we did standing up. We sit tall. The legs are straight unless that causes your back to round. Then you can bend the knees a little bit. Feet together, feet flexed, toes lined up like little soldiers. Not arching the back, but having a very long spine and a nice narrow waistline. Arms go out to the side, palms up. This opens up the shoulders. We'll take a slow twist to the right, twisting with the rib cage and not swinging the arms. We'll come back to center. We'll twist to the left. Come back to center. There's no movement in the pelvis or the legs. We'll add the pulses. We exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. One more each side. And last one. And inhale to center. Going into another rolling exercise. This is open leg rocker. You'll hold on to the shins, the outside of the shins. The knees are bent. And there are 2 versions here you can do. This one's a little easier with the bent knees. I'm going to go ahead and straighten my legs, and the legs are shoulder width apart. I inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up. And again, inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up, not letting the head touch. Swan, more. And we should be able to hold in the balance point right here. So we're going to make an interesting little transition now to corkscrew. We'll bring the legs together. We'll leave the legs lifted and carefully roll back. Legs are up, arms out to the side along the floor, palms up. Feet are flexed. So we're going to be making this move by pivoting the hips and the pelvis. You absolutely have to co-contract to protect the low back. I'm pressing my low back into the mat. On the inhale, the hips pivot toward the right. See how my left pelvis is lifted up. Now a big semicircle all the way around. The other side, legs come back in. Here's the breath. Inhale out, long exhale, all the way around and come back in. We'll do one more to the right. Back in, and one more to the left. And back in, lowering 1 foot at a time. Going into our side lift, we're going to do some side lying work here. So roll over on your side, just face the screen. Lower arm long along the floor, palm up. The body's in a straight line for now. Hips are stacked, legs are straight. This is the kickstand hand. It rests on the floor in front of the chest. The head will rest on the arm. A folded up towel under the head is really nice here. Shift both legs slightly out to the front. Now you'll be doing this work with your center, this part of the body. Exhale, lift the legs up. They don't have to lift very high. Inhale, lower, and hover the legs. We'll exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. And one more. And inhale, lower. We'll do 3 more. Make it a little harder. Hand rests alongside of the body. No more kickstand. Exhale, legs lift. Inhale, lower, and hover. 2 more to go. And last one. And legs lower. Push yourself up to the elbow. This is the side kick. It's only one leg that's going to be moving. The legs are in the same position as they were just now. The spine is straight. We don't want to have a saggy spine here. We're lifted out of this lower shoulder. I'm going to take this arm up and then put fingertips right alongside the head. You have the option of keeping this lower hand down. That'll give you some extra stability. Or if you want to make it a little more challenging, frame the face with the hands. Upper leg lifts until it's parallel to the floor. The foot flexes. Exhale forward, pulse the leg twice, point the foot, inhale back, pulse the leg twice, and forward, and back, and exhale, and inhale. One more, holding the rest of the body nice and still. Bring the leg to the starting place. I like to finish it off by lifting the leg as high as it'll go without dropping the rib cage. And then lower the leg. Push yourself up to sitting. Swing the legs around to the other side. Lie on your other side facing the screen. Set yourself up for the side lift, just like before. Kickstand hand in place for the first 3. Co-contract. Exhale, lift the legs. Inhale, lower and hover. Again. Lower and hover. One more time. And lower the legs. Arm alongside the body. 3 more to go. Lifting, lowering, lifting, lowering, exhaling, and inhaling down. Side kick. Again, I want to stress, very important to stay lifted out of the shoulder here. No sagging into the shoulder. Arm up to widen the chest. Hand in place. Frame the face with both hands if you like, or keep the right hand down. Lift the upper leg up till it's parallel. Lengthen it, flex the foot. Exhale, swing it forward, pulse, pulse. Point the foot, swing it back, pulse, pulse. Hold the body very still. And 2 more to go. Return to starting position, lift the leg up as high as it'll go, as you also try to lift the rib cage, and then lower. Good time to take a quick rest pose. Arms forward, relaxing the spine, sinking onto the heels, lengthening the spine. Length is important here. And just allow the body to relax here. Your forehead may or may not touch the mat. We'll take a breath. And we'll come back up. We have a little more to do. The back extension. So in Pilates, we want to work all sides of the body, not just the abdominals. We want to work the obliques. We want to work the back extensors. Let's get the body very long, legs together, feet pointed, arms press into the sides of the body. I'm drawing my shoulder blades down. My face is floating just above the mat, front of the shoulders off the mat. Draw the belly in, firm up the belly. Inhale, lift the head, chest, and shoulders. Exhale, lower and hover. Again, lifting. You might get a little more the second time. And lowering. And 1 more to go. Inhale. And exhale. Swan dive prep. We're not going to do the swan dive. That's a little too advanced. But we're going to sit up with our elbows on the mat, right alongside our lower rib cage, palms down. Hands are going to stay down. Legs can be slightly apart. We lengthen our legs. Again, narrow the waistline. On the inhale, lifting up the head and the chest. Maybe you can lift the elbows, maybe not. On the exhale, as the upper body lowers, the legs float up. And we inhale. Upper body lifts, legs lower. And we exhale. Legs float up. One more time each way. Inhale. And exhale. And the legs float down. We'll go into a cat stretch on all fours. A lot of people have different versions of cat stretch. I like to exhale as I take the spine into flexion. So to prepare, I take an inhale and lengthen the spine, and I exhale, I lift the mid back up to the ceiling, drop the head, and tuck the pelvis. Then on the inhale, here's where we arch the back, we lift the tail feathers, look forward. We'll do 2 more. Exhaling, tucking the tail feathers in, inhaling, lifting up the chest. One more time, exhaling, and inhaling, and coming to neutral. And we are done. I want to thank you for watching. Other videos to watch too, be sure to check them out. Have a fabulous day, stay fit, stay healthy. Namaste.